Ooh, what's going on, guys? I'm Jake, the Offensive Gamer, and this is the Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Part 6. And we have a burnt-down house here, and I imagine that this is probably where the next investigation is going to go. And if there is another one, I did say in the last part, I think we're getting close to the end. It'll probably be somewhere down there, but let's not skip too far ahead. Alright. Are there any dead bodies in here anywhere? Any dead bodies? No? Don't look like it. Huh. So, okay, never mind. I was gonna say something, but it would have been wrong, so never mind. Ooh, what's this?
Then fight it! I have to destroy the room!
Corvus, I'm sorry. Ethan.
Corvus. Oh, okay. So I gotta spell out a word, it looks like. It's probably Corvus. I'm gonna make a wild guess and say that the word I need to spell is Corvus. Alright, so... Fucking knew it! I'm a genius. Not really, that was pretty easy. Okay, what? Oh, wow, okay. So we got a secret passageway here. That's creepy. Oh, that's too bad. Is that Ethan? Peaceful. I'm getting a bunch of ellipses for some reason. What's this say? I am not myself, have not been myself. Voices again today, same as yesterday. This is most vexum. Alright, let's go looking around a little bit more. What I must do is clear to me now. The sleeper resides in a prison of death, and pain is the key. You know what I'm curious about is who's fucking writing this. I mean, I would think it's probably the grandfather, but I'm not gonna be 100% on that. So there's those two notes, and that seems to be it. Oh, it's the grandfather. Huh. Alright. Okay, so we got 3 here. So yeah, Ethan and the grandfather are together at this point. Is there anything else? No? Okay. I'm a little bit confused. Obviously, this is going to be the last one because this is the position in which he died. So, is there only 4? Yeah, okay. So, there's only 4 to go off of. That's the final one. Gasoline. Okay, and then there's the lantern. So, this probably started the fire. So, I'm going to go with 3 on this one. If I can. Come on. Alright, so we got 2 others. And I'm just going to take a wild guess and assume that they were in the hallway entrance before they were actually in the room. So this goes number 1, and I'll go with number 2 on this one.
Ethan, I fought it off. It's okay.
Grandpa, get away from me!
Your grandmother Gail is protecting me from you. Ethan, I can help you.
I found Vandegriff's diary. He said for the sleeper to wake up, someone has to suffer. Look! When I found that room, I didn't wake him up. He's trying to wake up now. Vandegriff kept his victims alive. He made them suffer. That's what the sleeper wants.
We need to get in that room.
I can squeeze through. Grandpa, no!
The fuck, Grandpa?
Gale, it has to be this way. The sleeper must not wake. Burning the room won't matter, Ethan. The sleeper's inside us now.
Grandpa, get back!
We all have to die. Even you. Even me.
For someone who's being burned to death, he's rather calm about the whole thing. Alright, well, I guess it didn't hurt him. Well, you know, good for him. Alright. Oh, hey, there's Ethan. And it looks like he's not dead.
Ethan, wake up. Well, kid, you stopped it. It was horrible, but you stopped it.
Paul Prospero? Are you really
I'm
here?
sorry, Ethan. I was late. Too late.
You're right. You were too late.
Here. Again. I knew this story, and it was Ethan's as much as it was mine. And it wasn't finished. Not yet.
So it's kind of recounting everything that's happened up to this point. Huh. Maybe there's things that I've missed? Ah, shit. Fuck. I'm gonna have to go back, aren't I? Ah, cock. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so I've done a bunch of other shit, and now hopefully I can access this. If not, I think I'm gonna throw my fucking controller. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, thank you, sweet fucking Jesus.
Christ, Ethan, you're in here again? You missed dinner. Mom and Dad are pissed. They've been looking all over the place.
Get out of here, Travis. Leave me alone.
Hey, Ma, he's in here. Honey, be careful with that lamp.
Dale, the hell's wrong with your kid? Painting on walls, writing his stories. I mean, what the fuck?
Ethan! For God's sake, you missed dinner.
I'm sorry. I've been working on a story all day. How long have I been out
The
here?
Adventures of Paul Prospero, supernatural detective. Where do you get this stuff?
Pop, would you get Travis out of here, please?
He draws pictures on walls. What the hell is that?
Chad, shut up.
You got yourself a faggot for a son, Dale.
Travis, let's go. Come on.
Faggot! Ethan, you're a fucking faggot!
Travis, stop it!
Shit! Shit!
Everyone, go!
Alvin! Get out! The smoke, it's toxic! Jesus. Oh, God! What do we do? What do we do?
Okay, so it's starting to make sense now. So this is how Ethan Carter vanished.
I wrote about you, but I don't know if I created you.
You made me real.
I can't go yet. I have to finish my story about you. I wrote stories about everyone.
I know you did. But my story's done. And it's a fine story.
I can let go?
You can let go.
What happens then?
Another story, kid. What else?
Alright guys, well that is the ending to The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I had to cut it real quick because there was actually a video or something, some sort of advertisement that started playing at random in a tab that I have on my Chrome browser. I probably should have exited out of that before I started playing, so sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, for anybody who's kind of a little confused, essentially what that whole situation was explaining was that this whole thing was made up by Ethan. It was just a story that he was fabricating in his own mind, you know, something that he, kind of like a fiction sort of story, you know? Wait, whoa, Thomas Grip of Frictional Games contributed to this? I don't know who Thomas Grip is, but I recognize Frictional Games. Interesting. Alright. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, you know, I mean, I like the game. I certainly enjoyed it. That very last little bit kind of annoyed me, where I was trying to open up the drawing on the wall, and it was like, nope, you gotta go all the way back and redo things. And I was like, fuck. I wish I was aware of that. I was under the impression that, like, a lot of this stuff was optional, but clearly at the end it was, like, saying, hey, now you gotta backtrack. Which isn't that big of a deal. Like, honestly, the entire path only takes, of the entire game, Only takes probably about 3 to 5 minutes to walk through or run through. It was just kind of it's a minor annoyance. I just bumped the microphone. But yeah, you know, like I enjoyed the elements of the game, and I do wish it was longer. In all sincerity, just because the elements of it, you know, the investigative sort of element of the game was enjoyable and it was well made, I felt like, and I almost wish it was a little bit more fleshed out. For the most part, I just wish it had, you know, more things to keep track of. You know, it's pretty easy to piece together like 5 different steps, but if this was a thing that was close to like, you know, closer to like 8 or so, somewhere around that amount, I feel like it would have been more of a puzzle and less of just, you know, just less obvious, I suppose. The most difficult puzzle, I'd say, starting off, was probably the Doors of Confusion, those portals. But even that, after I had gone into the other house that it was referencing, it was pretty easy to piece together what that was all about. So I'd have to say the puzzles were pretty simple, not difficult really whatsoever. Wasn't stumped on anything, honestly. Would I say that's necessarily a detriment? No, because in the very beginning of the game it says the puzzles weren't designed to be really difficult, but at the same time it was like, well, it's not going to hold your hand throughout the whole thing, and I felt like the entire time the only thing that was happening was my hand was being held. I felt like it was leading me to everything. The very beginning, the first like 2 or so parts, maybe 2 or 3 parts, I wasn't so much feeling that. I felt, but that's because I was still opening myself up to this game and feeling like it was so much more expansive than it really was. But honestly, all the paths, all these different paths that felt like so wide and broad, all led you to the same area. So it was almost as if it was kind of disguising itself as this huge, expansive game when it was really actually rather linear. It's hard for me to develop an opinion on the story simply because I feel like it's kind of unoriginal in the whole, like, oh, well, it was all just a hallucination or a dream, whereas this time it was more so just him writing a story, but same basic concept. But when I think about it, I'm trying to think of, like, any other way that it could have ended, and not really. I mean, maybe the detective comes in to save Ethan, I guess, but then that defeats the purpose of the vanishing of Ethan Carter. He didn't vanish in that case. And if saving him would have been stupid, because that's not a very, you know, original ending either. So, I don't know. Like, I enjoyed this game. I definitely wouldn't give it a bad rating. I wouldn't say it was a bad game. It was definitely well done. The graphics were amazing. You know, and, you know, audio was great. I like the soundtrack, I like the soundtrack and the score and all of that. But overall, yeah, I think it was a solid game. I don't know if it should be $20, just because I'd have to say that if I didn't take my time with this game, and if I really just, like, if I were to go through it again, it would probably take me about an hour to finish. Like, honestly, not even kidding, probably an hour, if that. Maybe give or take 20 minutes, but it would not take me much time at all to beat this game. So because of that, I feel like, you know, $20 is a little pricey and not exactly something I could endorse. Maybe 10, just because it's so short. Like, in all sincerity, it's all reliant on the player and how much time he takes. The actual actions and stuff that you go through within the game really is not that, you know, it's not that expansive. It's not that much. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I really have to say about the game. I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. It's not very many parts, like 6 or 7 parts or so. And to be honest with you, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, because there's a lot of games coming up pretty soon that I plan on at least giving a shot. Sherlock, Shadow of Mordor, Alien, shit like that. So I'm actually kind of glad this game was short, just for the sake of, you know, being able to weed out certain games that might have, you know, taken more time than necessary. So for scheduling purposes, I appreciate it, but I'm kind of getting off track and rambling. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to like and subscribe and all that, and I will see you guys next time.
Is gonna turn into.
with a shotgun. Also, I'm calling bullshit. Okay, what?
Yeah, no, that's fucking ridiculous.
What?
What is this, Rambo?
Can we talk about how he just stood there and the guy just missed? Like, I think that was
He was just shooting blanks.
Yeah, like, he was supposed to be like, oh, look at Spider-Man dodging, and Spider-Man just like spun in place.